Greetings, Richard Fulmer here. Welcome to another Richard's Rock Rambles Top 10 Songs. And today we're going to have a look at the late, great Jimi Hendrix. Another difficult one for me. They've all been difficult thus far. Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, now Jimi. In fact, I could have chosen all three of Jimi's studio albums in my top 10, but that would have been ridiculous. So to just make top 10 of Jimi Hendrix, even though he only did three albums, not easy. But let's see how we go. And at the end, I'll do some honorable mentions as well that didn't quite make the top 10. This top 10 of mine might change, and if you had to ask me in 2 weeks' time to do it again, might be a totally different list. So once again, these are my top 10. If you guys have a top 10 Jimi Hendrix, please put it down below. It'd be great to see. And so let's get cracking. Now, number 10 is a cover, All Along the Watchtower, the Bob Dylan track, and that's from Electric Ladyland. Now, for those who don't know me, I am not the world's biggest Bob Dylan fan. I don't know what it is about him. I think it's that voice. Amazing songwriter, goes without saying. But the only time I ever really like his stuff is when it's done by other people. And Jimi does a standout version of All Along the Watchtower here. So that comes in at number 10. Number 9, Spanish Castle Magic from Axis Boulder's Love. Another great track with a lot of groove. Of course, exceptional guitar work from Jimi. A little different to the first album where he was just feeling his way. Although that's a great album, I think he took a few steps further with Axis and then, of course, with Electric Ladyland, the follow-up. So that's Spanish Castle Magic at number 9. Then from the Band of Gypsies, the live album, which, of course, featured Billy Cox on bass and Buddy Miles on drums, along with Jimi. The track Who Knows, which is the first track on that album. Amazing groove. And I mean, Buddy Miles' drumming was very different to Mitch Mitchell, the experienced drummer. A lot more harder snare sound, just a different groove. And Jimi was locked in on that track. And it's a great track with some amazing guitar work to kick off that live album. So that comes in at number 8. From Axis Boulder's Love, number 7, Little Wing. A gorgeous song, one of the most beautiful tracks that Jimi ever sang on. And it's been covered by numerous people, but for me, Jimi is still the best version. And he was very self-conscious about his vocals. In fact, he didn't think he had a great voice. Funnily enough, when he was in the studio, he used to hide himself away while he was doing his vocals. But for me, he had an exceptional voice, and it was quite unique. So that's number 7. Number 6, that great blues track from the first album, Are You Experienced? Red House. Of course, Jimi's background was in the blues, and he did a stellar version on Red House. Great vocals, great guitar work as usual. So that was an early hit for him. My top 5, number 5, Dolly Dagger from the First Rays of the New Rising Sun, which is an album that was released not too long ago with War Heroes tracks and Crash Landing and a couple other albums. So they put it all together onto one and they called it First Rays of the New Rising Sun. And Dolly Dagger, that's got an amazing groove. It's like a funky groove, and you have to get up and dance to that one. Great vocals and an amazing guitar work as well from Jimi. Number 4, If 6 Was 9 from Axis Boulder's Love. Psychedelic kind of track. You know, Jimi's head was in another space at that time. Very indicative of the times, that track. And just showcasing his guitar histrionics. And of course, in those days, you know, people came across Hendrix and they pretty much wanted to give up guitar and take up the triangle. That's how groundbreaking he was and eye-opening. Number 3, the top 3. My number 3 is Voodoo Child from Electric Ladyland with that great riff, that great intro, amazing lyrics. That's another thing about Jimi's music, some incredible lyrics as well. And just an iconic song. Number 2, Purple Haze from Are You Experienced? I was in a very short-lived garage band, and that was one of the tracks we covered. I think we probably did the heaviest version ever of that track and the most extended version. nonetheless, that was an amazing track, and that was one of his really early hits. As I said, that first album was him finding his feet, but as far as debuts go, it was an exceptional album, and really raised a few eyebrows with that one. I mean, guitar work had been secondary before Jimi came along, and he just blew the door open for so many other guitarists, and paved the way, and became the icon that he was. So what's my number one? It's from the band of Gypsies. The stunning, the brilliant, I don't know what other words to use to describe this song, Machine Gun. Obviously at the time the war in Vietnam was raging, and this was Jimi's take on that, and his anti-war song, if you like. The guitar just makes all those sounds of bullets flying, bombs crashing. He got the most amazing sounds out of his guitar. It has recently been reissued, the Band of Gypsies, in a deluxe set. I think there's 4 albums and I don't know how many CDs. And there's a couple of different versions of that track. But for me, the one on Band of Gypsies, the original track, is still the best. A stunning, stunning track. And one that you have to crank if you're playing Jimi. So that's my top 10. I have some honorable mentions. From Are You Experienced? Foxy Lady, that groovy track. Also a hit. Third Stone from the Sun, Hey Joe, another big hit for him, and Highway Child, with some great vocals from Jimi. Also, the grooves he got on that first album was amazing. From the second album, Axis Boulder's Love, Castles Made of Sand, very trippy song, takes you away when you listen to those lyrics. You Got Me Floating, which is a cool groove, and Little Miss Lover. From Electric Ladyland, Burning of the Midnight Lamp, with a really weird guitar sound that he gets on there, part wah-wah, part something else, typical Jimi. Rainy Day, which is a Rainy Day Dream Away, which is sort of got a nice swing to that track. Voodoo Child Slight Return, which is the second part of the Voodoo Child, which is amazing as well. From Band of Gypsies, Power to Love, which has got great vocals from Buddy Miles, a really good singer on that album, along with Jimi. And the song Changes, also really good. From the first Rays of the New Rising Sun, Isabella, Angel, beautiful ballad kind of track. Easy Rider, Drifting, and Straight Ahead. There are so many others that I haven't mentioned. I mean, I could be doing this for hours. But those are my honorable mentions. So let's just go back to my top 10, just to recap. Number 10, All Along the Watchtower. Number 9, Spanish Castle Magic. Number 8, Who Knows? Number 7, Little Wing. Number 6, Red House. Number 5, Dolly Dagger. Number 4, if 6 was 9. Number 3, Voodoo Child. Number 2, Purple Haze. And number 1, the amazing Machine Gun. So there we go, my top 10 of Jimi Hendrix. As I said, you guys, please put your top 10 down below. It'd be great to see, just to compare notes and see what people think, to know what their top 10 Jimi Hendrix. Everybody hears things differently. And next time we'll have a look at another notable artist. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at that great Irish band, Thin Lizzy. Another one which is not going to be easy for me. I'm not making it easy for myself, am I? Anyway, guys, have a great week, and we'll chat soon. Cheers.